This is a big day. Negotiators reached a deal to free the remaining hostages in Gaza and end the Israel-Hamas war. This was a deal brokered by our president, Donald J. Trump. And honest to Pete, I don't know what the Trump haters are going to do with this big, historic day. What are they going to do if the Nobel Peace Prize Committee announces tomorrow morning by 5 a.m. Eastern that he's going to be the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize? Seeing the video coming from Israel right now, the tears of joy, the dancing in the streets, the jubilation after 2 horrible, awful years of death and carnage. The hostages are coming home, all of the hostages, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed-upon line as the first steps toward a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. There's a headline that almost brought me to my knees, and not because of those 4 words, but where they came from. Do you know today's New York Times writes, "Let there be peace." The world is waking up to an agreement between Israel and Hamas. I get the cynicism. I've already gotten the text message. The text line is already blowing up at 800-655-MIKE. My phone lines are already blowing up at 800-655-MIKE. I want your voice. I want your jubilation. I want your call. I want your reaction, okay? But this is astounding, because I have to ask a fairly cynical question. I know some of you are being cynical. We'll have to wait to see what happens. We'll believe it when we see it. We don't know. We don't, what? I'm sorry, Eric, what? We'll let you know. I'm sorry, I got thrown here. We got a little bit of got people in my ear. Look, we're all excited here. We're all yelling. We're all jubilant. We're just thrilled. There is such reason for joy today. And when I saw that headline, "Let there be peace," I thought, oh my gosh, from the New York Times? Have you heard ABC? Have you heard NBC? Have you seen CNN? I mean, they're all acknowledging that this is Trump. And so you're being cynical a little bit by saying, well, let's believe it when we see it. And I respect that. You want to know what my cynicism is? How are they going to give the Nobel Peace Prize to a fascist? How are they going to continue to explain or try to convince people that President Trump is Adolf Hitler? How do you reach peace in the Middle East if you're Hitler? Boy, the Democrats and the Trump haters are having a very bad day. Check this out. ABC chief foreign correspondent Ian Pennell. Remember, this ain't Newsmax. This isn't Salem News Channel. This isn't townhall.com. This isn't the Mike Gallagher Show. This isn't Red State. I give you ABC News.
Make no mistake, it looks like President Trump has actually pulled off something here that many presidents before him have failed to do.
Wow. All right. So you know me. I love to celebrate with music. I love the arts. I love, and some people will roll their eyes. I don't care. I could only think of one thing to play for you. This is I believe it's called the Boys Choir of Harlem, the Harlem Boys Choir, and a rendition of something that I think fits perfectly as we invite you to join us at 800-655-MIKE. Let's listen together. That's the Boys Choir of Harlem, and I wanted to share that with you. My heart is just so full of gratitude. And I got to start with asking you. The deadline to announce the Nobel Peace Prize winner is tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Eastern. How are they not going to give it to Donald Trump? Now, I asked my pal Mark Davis moments ago that same question, and Mark's question to me, he answered with the question, how could they possibly give it to him? Because it's Donald Trump. They're not going to do that. That's Mark's wager. My belief is that they will because they have to. President Trump has struck a peace deal between Israel and Hamas, something that was unthinkable for many, many years. He's going to get, and then what are they going to do? If he gets the Nobel Peace Prize, to his critics and his haters, Hitler got the Nobel Peace Prize. How are they going to do that? How are they going to pull this off? How can they continue their hatred narrative against the 45th and 47th President of the United States? So I'm going to ask you here in the Relief Factor studios as we kick off a Thursday, October the 9th, a little more than 2 years after the horrific war began that Hamas started. My question to you, will he or will he not get the Nobel Peace Prize? Tomorrow at this time, will we be talking about the Nobel Peace Prize committee shunning him? Or will we be acknowledging that he got what he deserved, and that's the Nobel Peace Prize? We'll know by tomorrow.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.